Hello, my children of chaos. This is a really short breakdown of our class norms. These are the iTasks that are at the front of the room on the left-hand side of the board. There are 8 pictures that tell you what the expectations are for the day. I usually will go over them before we start, but this is just in case you forget over break or I don't tell you and you're like, what? I forgot how to do that. So the first one, we know I love Ariel, so I pick her as my teacher, um, avatar, so to speak. If this one is checked, it says talk to the teacher. This means you can get up and come ask me questions about directions, about your path to this project. If it has an X on it, that means that this is totally your brain or your group, so you can't come ask me questions about the how of how is it supposed to look or how am I supposed to do this. You can come up and get direction clarification, like does this need to be in pen or can I use the internet to look up an answer. If it's got an X on it, that just means that you can't ask me logistical questions about your project. It needs to be on your own. The next one is work in the hall, and it's got a little kid with the book out in the hall. Most of the time, this is not checked because our classes are fairly small. But if it's a bigger class, like if it's above 20 students in a class, then sometimes I'll check it because just us moving around the physicalness of 28th grade bodies is quite a bit. So if this is checked, then that means that you can go out in the hallway and either work or even if it's checked during a test, there are students that get clearance, so to speak, to go out in the hall and work. If the supplies today box is checked, that means that the supplies, it says get your table supplies from the front. I believe that we've moved the room around a little bit, so they're actually at the back of the room. But there's a box that's marked with each table name. So your celestial body, either the moon or the earth, Jupiter or the comet, you'll get your supply box. If it's got an X on it, then that means that you are not getting crayons or highlighters or glue out, that this is totally you and your brain. This even goes for the computers. So if our activity for the day is using the iPads, then this may be checked and it will say iPads next to it. If the take it home box is checked, that means then you can take it home, work on it at home, and bring it back. 90% of the time, this is always checked because I know that some of us need a little extra time to work on things, either because we got distracted or because we want to make it look really, really amazing. If this has got an X on it, then that means it is due today because I am checking your time management skills along with your ability to complete the assignment. Self-work. This is just what the little blue writing at the bottom says. You are working on your own. So you are not getting a buddy. It is not you and your table mate's brain. It is not you and your shoulder partner's brain. It is you and yourself by yourself. The tech is okay. I would say as a general rule, probably 85% of our time, technology is going to be okay because we try to be very tech forward in our classroom. However, there are times when you can't use it. It may have a cross on it or an X out on it on a day we're taking a test, but you can still use it for the music, but it'll have to be out and you can only use it for music purposes. But we'll talk about that in class about music choices and playlists. So if this is checked, then that means that any technology that we have in our room is at your disposal and you can use it. If it has an X on it, then it is we're doing a low tech kind of day.